Welcome, welcome to new blood and uh, a new blood. What am I saying? Sometimes I just don't know what comes out of my mouth. In any event, welcome to another Duels in the Dark Halls match. This time, as you can see by now, I am playing Dracula, and my adversary today is Snuffaluffagus of the Cagliari Karma Special Team. Yuck. Apart from aristocratic, none of this is really worthwhile. I'm sure fog, but that's not exactly something you use as a start encounter. Let me see. How about we do... Yeah, let's do our, put a vampire in Belgrade thing. I often do this versus superhero start. Stuff may already know about this, as he and I have played quite a few games together, but... We'll go Sarajevo. When it's Seward, when Mina either is just not in Austro-Hungary with Gloming to start with, I will often just take advantage of this fact. Okay, evil presence. Alright, a pistol. It's a nice way of just taking advantage of this extra little bit of space in the east before just doing the typical eastern thing. Yeah, so... I don't know. Snuff has likely seen me do this before, but this is definitely one of the least common things for me to do. So I expect that after he checks like Valona, Sofia, Varna, like this area, like stuff that's strictly Baltica, he will likely divert his attention to the center of the board, as that is what I am most known for. Okay, go with an aristocratic. Evil presence again. Okay, well that's both evil presences out of the way, which when it comes to proxy events, evil presence is actually most of the time just generally stronger than in local rumors. Most of the time. On occasion, local rumors can outperform it. For instance, if your opponent has been dancing around Mina, and it shows it has been dancing around whoever is down in Madrid, for example, it shows that you can basically unveil their entire trail, and you will know in what order you had to go to them. But the majority of the time, evil presence is the bigger threat. Wait, wolf? No. Want to misdirect. And then, since Sarajevo is a general horse location, I will place a bats there. Sense of emergency. Good to know. Good to know that's there. Yeah, so Cagliari Carbonara Special at the end of week 2 managed to land on top of the board, and well, this is the first game. One of the first games of week 2, so So there's still a lot to happen before we can like see who will like land on top at the end of the week, at the end of week 3. But at, but as things currently stand, me and my partner, uh, Mr. Green, of the Sane Specialists, uh, are neck and neck with them in terms of wins. They simply have better IDS than we do. Likewise with Team's surprising return. Let me see. I don't exactly have the best. This will likely appear to be a bit strange, but I'm actually going to hide with a fog. Because hypothetically, in theory, he will just miss. In theory, he will not figure this out until figure out that it's Belgrade until then. Perhaps that would have meant I shouldn't have placed a rumor token, but what I'll do is when they get there, I'll ambush with the fog. It's like make it appear as if I am trying to save whatever is at Sarajevo, only to have them search it afterwards, and to get affected by bats as well. That's at least the idea. I'm not. And that's my cute dark call. Now that I've laid down my initial set of encounters, I can do dark call now to which will mean that I get back when if this matures. Emphasis on if, because Belgrade is not that far away. If Van Helsing were to trade me a sense of emergency to one of them, they could get there in one move. So, and especially since it's an aristocratic, I definitely must not take it for granted that it will mature. Mystic research. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. That's something you don't see every day. Whoa, that's something you don't see every day. Yeah, the Mystic research with all 6 of the Bong cards being brilliant. Wow. Highly convenient for him. If he's going to be moving in east, I shall move west. We'll go ahead and toss down this reckless, because obviously... Okay. Or wait, I suppose I was going to Dark Call, but him discovering my whereabouts since I'm starting close to them is typically not what I want. Well, I suppose it's also partially just muscle memory, since I played for years without this Dark Call rule. But then again, it's definitely debatable whether it would have been worth it one way or the other. Yeah, but as soon as we start getting lairs, I can throw away rats, mobs, wolves, all sorts of things. I have definitely good lair fodder. Yeah, I suppose that would make it look... slight change of plans. Or, how best to do this? Well, actually, we'll continue as planned. We'll make it appear. He'll definitely find it a bit odd that I'm ambushing with a fog on an inland space, but yeah, it would probably be wise to wolf form now. But the thing is, the pressure, the reason why this will help me is because it means that the pressure to clear the trail will go up a little. Because not only is there a rumor token, but there's something that apparently that at least by appearance, I want to hide under a fog. What could that be? What is it that is so important to me that I hid it under a fog? Perhaps a hoax? Now I could do Dark Hall, but with him knowing that I'm only one space away from Sarajevo, I would not see. If I were to do that, he would almost certainly jump on me 2v1. Mind you, it's still only week 1. I could escape his bat round 2. It's tempting because my hand is definitely rather dismal in terms of card quality. And well, I am sitting on a reckless vampire, so I can at least get some information and or bite points first. So, is it worth it? I think I'll go with it. I think I'll go for it. I still have wolf form. Roadblock. Okay. In fact, yeah, let's use that now. We can cut off their access to Belgrade from that direction. Okay, perhaps that was not the best roadblock. I should have just confined Seward to Sarajevo altogether. Okay, that was perhaps not the most well executed roadblock. But I mean, it prevents like Goldang from hopping into Vienna, and then. So I think that he will assume that I'm not in Zagreb, but rather in a place like Valona or Sofia, for me to be dark calling. So the question is, what does he do? So now what I'm hoping is that Seward, seeing that he will have to count on getting a fast horse to get to Belgrade today. Yeah, had I cut off the road to Sofia as well, then that roadblock would have been better. Okay, just supplying. Yeah, keeping Munich blocked off. Makes sense. Now, Heavenly Hostess card. Well, that's interesting. Harker. Okay, so I suppose we're just gonna play peekaboo real quick. Yeah, there's no way he wouldn't check that. Okay, Seward getting slow horse. Now the question is, will he move on to me? Or will he instead go to Sofia? Yeah, that roadblock was definitely a bit clumsily executed. I mean, it's done a job of delaying him getting to Belgrade by 1 day, which is good. It may cause him to use a stake on. Mm. Now, wolf form? We'll go Budapest. Like, or what sort of things do I have? I have another bats. I have a soil. Since he just discarded a heavenly host, I would assume that either he already has one, or he's like holding on to several knives and doesn't have CG. We'll go with Vienna. We'll go with Vienna. Or, first of all, what encounter do I want to lay down? At this point, what would benefit me most? Possibly a bats for hitting someone back into a lair? Yeah, that would be most effective here at Sajed. So I think I'll go there. The fact that I have a reckless vampire there at Zagreb, I'm actually kind of hoping they clear this. Because reckless vampires are definitely not to get underestimated. They can often provoke... They can often get you a point or two. You get... They can... Since the hunters can fight them only 1v1, they can definitely be enormous pests to the hunters. I mean, obviously, once they have stakes, in the event they have stakes, that is not really the case. But, okay. So what are you discarding now? Pistol and garlic wreath? Okay, that's not really a surprise, so whatever. We'll feign that it's one that I could ambush with, but we'll gamble that he does not have a stake. Since it's Seward, what if I were to place a mob in the Belgrade lair? Or, alternatively, I could lay down my other reckless vampire, ambush him with it by day, then bat him. Scouts? Okay, so he'll be able to check several of the spots that I could have gone. Alright. Yeah, he was going to know where I was, no matter what happened there. Okay. Whatever. Yeah, what I'm doing for now is just killing time. Because a lot of these encounters that I've put down are rather disruptive, and often take... Okay, sure. Stake gets spent on an aristocratic. Good. It's far better than having it get spent on a reckless or new vampire. So he knows that I laid down an unnatural fog to seemingly protect what was in Sarajevo. I expect that he will suspect that this is a hoax, or and therefore will send Seward to deal with it. But he'll be unpleasantly surprised in that regard. So, in order to get a night fight with a reckless vampire, Ein Lair. Now, what's the best thing for me to bat him into? Let's go with the reckless vampire. I'd ambush him by day, then bat him into it by night. So you get a night fight with a reckless, and on top of that, it's still an ambush. Okay, in the event they want to attack, we will go with a mob. That's a reasonably good defensive encounter. But I'm not sure whether he'll want to do that after I put down a fog to protect whatever this is. To, at least from his perspective, seemingly protect whatever this is. It'll definitely provoke him into doing something about it. Okay. In which case, looks as if so ambush him by day. I imagine Snuff is a little bit confused by my pick there, but yes, Seward will now be occupied for quite a bit of time. I may be able to make my way back this way, although with her. Okay, no. Now that me is showing the third horse, that is a poor idea. I shall have to. So, does Goldaming have a stake? No. So this is quite pleasing to me. And now I might as well bat Seward into that vampire so that I can... no mesmerize, so I suppose I just do claws to deal as much damage as possible. Yeah, so that is a free 4 damage. And now what I'm going to do is bat Seward into that same vampire, and ambush him and this time ambush. So if I land a Fang, I get a point, as usual. Except now it's by night, so there are other things he has to be wary of as well. This is a bit disappointing for a hand, but as much as I would love to get a point, dealing damage is more important in this case. Did he punch first, perhaps? Nope. Yeah, so now I got 4 free damage on both Goldaming and Seward, which is definitely very pleasing to me. So I suppose I will now, since the Lair's rumor, the rumor token is still there, and since I put a reckless vampire into there, I think I shall return there. Yes, they will know exactly where I am, but let me see. What else will I put down? How about some okay, lair, put a rats in Sarajevo, and then I'll go back to Belgrade, and then so let me see, what's the best thing to combo with it? Try to do I just try to swamp them with damage by putting a mob down? I think that's probably the best approach. I'll let's use decoy bats so that I can try to bat them into the vampire by night again. Plus, this may also convince him to leave the reckless vampire here alone. Let him have the 4 points and wipe the rumor token. It is likely, basically, he made a default to that thinking. So this may persuade him to let me have the reckless vampire mature. Okay. Does Glowing have Rogue Leap or something? Okay, no, he's simply getting ahead of me. I see. Cutting me off, limiting options in terms of going to the coast. I see. Well, I had half planned to do the wolf form next turn anyway. Make it so that I could have gone to practically any port. I was planning to do that anyway, so that is no real big deal. I think I'll wolf form, lay down the desecrated soil, and then head out to sea after that. Okay. Now, yes. Salonica. Let me see. Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4. I know that Mina has sense of emergency, so she can go. She can make it all the way to Bologna. In one move. So, or Sofia. So I think that the safest move is for me to go to Constanta. That I think is I think that is the safe play. So that I have the breathing room to play the desecrated soil. It means that I will have to travel one more sea zone, but that will mean that he's more likely to guess. That fact means that he's more likely to guess Salonica and Varna, Salonica and Valona. Then I lay down mob at Klausenberg. Yeah. So I won't lose much from this mature if it does mature. Yeah, it could be an attempt on a Seward death to if Seward goes to Sajed. Okay. No. No, I did not go there. If Seward goes to Sajed, and I can ambush him with my bats, I may try to just take him out. Because 3 damage from the mob, at least I would assume, and then potentially I claw him for 4. Checking if I was trying to be sneaky. Then again, I couldn't have made it that far back. Is he going to be moving Mina there and then scanning to make sure that I did go to the coast? Interesting. Alright then. Such behavior indicates that you have a stake. Let's fight. We shall go with Mez. I mean, if she dumps the Heavenly Host, I consider that more or less even trade, because that will weaken CG. It will just... So, do I go with dodge or strength? Do I assume he will dodge, in which case I do plotting, or do I assume that he will punch? I think we'll go with strength. It doesn't matter, especially. It does make a difference in how much damage I get to deal, but Mez. Okay, now if we can... Okay, plotting at this point doesn't matter. Or at least won't make any difference. But I suppose I might be able to make sure that I get a Fang hit. If I can draw a Fang card through it. Yeah. Yeah, because... really, he just plays escape, gets cancelled, and such. And then... with dodge no longer being cancelable by plotting, he does that. Alright. Now then, let's pick up my... unless she suddenly shifts gears and does a knife, which she very well could. Because when does Mina go around without knife? Very seldom. Yep, just... I might as well have not cancelled. Well, have not cancelled. Cancelled. I might as well... Considering what's about to happen, he's just gonna dodge, and there's really nothing I can do to him. So... makes no difference whether I cancel or not with plotting. And that's why round 4 plotting is, in general, not the best thing. So... Mina would have tried to kill if she... Either she just rolled poorly and moved there just because... just because she had little alternative that made any sense. Or... she has a stake, which I am pretty sure that is the case. So, now then. Lay down. Let's see if we can. Well, I can't really count on them to step on it, so let's not put anything too fantastic there. Yeah, we just have to move. So he doesn't. So until Goldamun checks Salonika, he does not know which sea I am in yet. Which, honestly, that is likely going to be the first thing he will do. After that, well, yep, so he now knows that I went to the Black Sea coast to escape. So, okay. Going to Sajed, perhaps? Good. Ready for an extra treat, Seward? This will be fun. Do you like to have fun? Do you like to have fun? Just do a bit of an imitation of Wakajik there. So my goal here is to kill Seward. I mean, or at the very least, make it so that he will not be ready anytime soon to go checking trail spaces. So what does Mina do? She spent her stake, so she has only one item. Okay. This will be fun. Alright, time to suffer, Seward. First, we do this, and then we do that. Planned ambush. Okay, so even if I don't kill him, it will at least have gotten a valuable card out of him. I don't want to risk him. I don't want to risk him dumping a heavenly host. That'd be a bit too cheap of a price. You may escape, but only if you give me a point and go down to 1 HP. Yeah, normally I would do Mesmerize there for my first move. Even though it's Seward, for one thing he's delayed, so he won't be able to do anything tomorrow. He won't be able to start his healing until tomorrow night. So it will be some time before he is ready to start getting after me. I mean Seward in particular. By that I mean Seward in particular. Okay. I have tempted to land in Varna. But no, that would be foolish. That would just be inviting trouble. Yeah. So if this mob matures, Seward won't have time to heal out of range in time, and he'll be forced to discard cards to stay alive. So Goldaming presumably is going to horse to Varna, see if I left from that port. Yeah, so they'll be occupied there for a little bit still a little bit longer. Mina will take 3, I would assume, take 3 damage from the mob at Klausenberg. So, going to excellent weather back across. That is interesting. Okay. Unless that's for an excellent weather, I don't understand why he'd do that. Did he forget? Unless he simply forgot that he had already checked for Luna as the place I started from. Search it if you like. Yeah. Take the damage. Yeah, this means that Goldaming is, of the ones who have gone into the east, Goldaming is the one that is definitely most ready to continue doing stuff. So I think that... Do I go to Cagliari? Do I go to Renia and then go Cagliari? Considering how long it will take Wolfhorn to fall off, I think so. I go to Cagliari, feed potentially Dark Call if there's an opportunity. Discarding a Garlic Wreath. Okay, nice to know that that's what it was. But one way or another. Okay, Lair. Sajed can have a wolves, I suppose. The problem is, if I end up maturing this vampire, yes, I will get 7 points, but it is true that I will get 7 points, and it is also true that I will get Wolfhorn back 1 turn sooner. But in doing so, I will destroy my desecrated soil, and in doing so, destroy my healing source. Hmm. This is far from over. Even if I mature this thing, it's far from over. But the thing is, where are the other stakes? Possibly in the deck, possibly with Van Helsing. He was delayed, and therefore, he could have staked it last night, but yeah, I'm presumably, if Seward he's definitely pondering what to do. Okay, so he's returning. It's not excellent weather, but he's returning by sea. Okay. Seward rolls slow. So, if he begins to just backtrack, oh no, he'll have to step on Sarajevo. Or Sajed, and just find out what exactly I put there. If he wants, I get the idea that he's backtracking, that he's attempting to backtrack, but since he rolled slow, the only way he can go. Okay, no, he is going towards Constanta and Varna to figure out what is it that's over there. Sense of emergency. Oh, that is very nice for me. That gets Van Helsing out of my way for the time being. 1, 2, 3, perhaps, and then go down, and then tomorrow go down by rail. Nope, he's. Oh, hi there. This has been quite delightful. So now he has to be careful. He's gonna have to rest tonight, because if he steps on this and I get off of plotting, okay, that will be Budapest. Okay, with Van Helsing just out of the way like that, I can actually safely land at Genoa, because Goldaman can do nothing but land. Van Helsing is already committed to staking my reckless vampire, and yeah, even if he has CG, there is one heavenly host in the discard, so best case scenario for him, he can force me a little bit in his direction. So I do definitely have that option. Mind you, Goldaman would also kind of act as a CG token. I can move on to him, but I would definitely wouldn't want to. So I'll be layering Klausenberg, putting in, I don't know, just tossing away one of the hoaxes, I suppose. Don't know. Just he obviously. It would appear that her lowest events are evenly matched. He's thinking a while as to what to discard here. Surprising return, and there is Jonathan Harker, wasn't. Okay, what did she discard? Hypnosis? Whoa! Oh boy. That is very scary. Okay. Lair. Discarding hypnosis. Hypnosis? Very intriguing. Intriguing. Very intriguing. I'm not sure if that's spelled right, but... How likely is it that someone steps there on their way back? Spy. Yeah. So do I risk... The fact that she discarded hypnosis makes me extremely wary. Because that could easily... That could mean she is quite possibly holding... she keeping surprising return over a... When it's only Harker in the discard, over hypnosis? That just makes no sense. What on earth is that about? Huh. That just strikes me as extremely strange. Do I go for it? I think what I'll do is I'll lay down a hoax here on CAG. Or, no, I should probably go for another soil. Just some backup healing. Yeah, he'll likely guess where I am, but... Yep, surprising return. Use Harker to search. Make it so that I can't hide and lay down an extra encounter. Peekaboo. So Goldaming will be landing presumably at Venice. So... Let's see if we can snag at least one more point off of this thing. The fact that he committed a sense of... But the thing is, I am content. That he committed sending Van Helsing into the east, which left the west somewhat open. Okay, well, little I can do about it. So be it. I had hoped that I would be able to plot and get a second hit as well, but oh well. Maybe not a second Fangs, but at least a second hit. So that's now 3 points off of Reckless's. Showing forewarned. And what else might she have that she would want to show even less than forewarned? Yeah, I'll just go ahead and... So I could do a Dark Hall feed. See what sort of... See if I could... I know Vampiric Influence would definitely be very nice. So, does Seward have a heavenly host? More likely than not, the answer is yes. But, on the off chance... Oh, he doesn't want to check it yet. That's nice. Because if he doesn't have one, that means that no one else will have time to react. Yeah, that vampire cost him a lot. It dealt a lot of... That's... Reckless Vampire dealt a whopping amount of damage to Seward, and it made them spend a sense of emergency. So that is one good vampire. Lair. Discard. Zagreb. Let me see. Zagreb, Sarajevo. The more likely one is if if I make all the ones that are 2 away on Seward's way back, lairs, then it is more likely that he'll step into one. So we'll go with removing Zagreb and putting down a Saboteur. That doesn't do much, admittedly, but let's do Dark Hall, pick up Devilish Power. Well, that is definitely nice. Okay. So now we can hide. Or not hide. That I suppose that would have been was what I was originally planning to do, but okay. Yep, Desecrated Soil. Now I can filter out the worst cards. Hoaxes at this point are just, well, I suppose they're. Let's balance out what sort of stuff I throw away. They have their place. Does he have a Heavenly Host? Yes. So, okay, that may have been too slow. It's possible. It's possible I should have done med and gone on shore then, but I go with Marseille. But now I do have Devilish Power, and with 9 HP after I feed, I can go to 7. I can actually just go up to England, burn some more time by staying at sea. One. Yeah, to land too soon. I think the correct move is to obfuscate up here. Which sea do I go to? Which sea have I gone to? Side trail. Lair. Take off the Sarajevo lair. Place down. Well, this lair will hardly matter, so we'll toss away an aristocratic. Then feed. Stock up some health. I mind you, if they both have excellent weather, I could definitely be in a spot of trouble. I am taking something of a gamble in that regard. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I would have to count on this maturing. There's one more stake left, whether in the deck or in someone's hand is yet to be seen. So if he doesn't pay too much attention, then he may end up stepping on Saboteur or a Spy. Obviously, I would prefer the Spy, but well, sure. Hi. Yeah, Saboteur is really not the strongest in a lair. But psychologically, it may affect him in terms of like him getting like irritated, you might, to a certain degree. Okay, there goes the last. Oh, Rufus. Okay, that is not going to be fun. In fact, I should probably consider using devilish power to get rid of Rufus. I see. He used one surprising return. The other is unaccounted for. I think that I will actually lay down the hide card. The reason for this is next turn I slide, go into the Mediterranean, then I can slide and then go either way. So that I think is the correct move, now that Rufus has come. Okay, no. The fact that there is no renewed vigor is definitely good news for me. But the question is, if he had double excellent weather, he probably would have moved on me last turn. Then again, I suppose he's a bit concerned. He knows that I know Mina has a forewarned, but what about Guldoming? If he doesn't have one, then it's no use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not as many as I thought. And number 11 in my hand. Local rumors. Lol. Yeah, I can really I suppose I can punish his discarding of hypnosis most if I go back to the east. Especially since Seward is making his way out. If Snuff doesn't think about the slide calendar, then I might be able to give him the slip. And I assume Van Helsing is simply going to heal. Because this is not a fun amount of HP to be running around on. I see. Can I play this while I'm out? See, it says just play during the Dracula phase. And yeah, give me the option. So I can dodge Rufus's ability at least once by using that. On the other hand, showing a chartered carriage. Yeah, we'll wait to play the devilish power until next turn. The damage here doesn't change due to Rufus. So now he will likely send someone or another out to investigate what I put here. They will only get there just in time to investigate it at all. If I'm lucky, he'll send someone who does not have a heavenly host. And that will mean I get 3 healing. Seward continuing to make his way west. Scouts? Lol. What will really suck for me is if he has the second surprising return. Perhaps then I ought to have used it now before so that I could test them on that. But now I have to commit one direction or the other. With all of them back in the western half of the map, it's definitely better to go to Viridian. Because Van Helsing, if Seward, he is definitely scary with full events and such. Mina, she's also somewhat scary, having discarded hypnosis and all, but yeah. And the thing is, since I removed Rufus now, it will give him the impression that I'm planning to go up to the UK. Since that requires more sea travel. Previously, I wouldn't have had the health to do so, or I would have, but only barely. So, the fact that he hasn't used any the fact that he hasn't used unless he has an excellent weather, now this is just maturing. And if it were a vampire, he will definitely be afraid of a hoax. I mean, getting a devilish power back is for a second go at it is any who have been watching my perspective know that I no longer have any. That I haven't laid down any hoaxes, but Snuff doesn't know that. Yeah. Have we already seen all the proxy events? 1, 2, 3. There's still one local rumor, I suppose. I suppose that's why he's positioned them like that. Will he continue moving Seward west? Hopefully he draws local rumors. Discards, good luck. Alright. Yeah, he's keeping him that. I think Snuff sees that I can go back east, which is why he is doing it this way. Hired scouts, nice. Yet another scout's wasted. There's only one scout's left. That's good for me. Okay, so he's just let it go. Which, that's good for me. I get some more HP. That'll put me at 8 after I've moved into the Ionian. The fact that he hasn't summoned back Rufus seems to say that he does not have the second surprising return. So I need to land at a time that was sufficiently safe in the event that. Okay, mature, healing, yay. I could, in theory, just go right back to Cagliari, but that would be just idiotic, considering that both seas next to it are on the trail. So So now, I could be to him. I could either be at North Atlantic or Ionian. I'm half tempted to try for Black Sea, but if I do that, especially now that I spent my devilish power, I risk taking 7, which at that point, by the time that would just kill me. Well, no, it would be 6, and then I would have to land at Athens or Salonika without a wolf form. So that would be an extremely risky play. But wolf forming ashore from North Atlantic, or you know what? What we'll do is we actually will go Adriatic. That will probably help convince him that I did go westwardly. But what about CG? That's the big problem. I have to keep track of my layers. So, risk reward. If he does not have CG, and I move one more sea space, or be it Black Sea or Adriatic Sea, he will likely, if he does not have Money Trail, then he will almost certainly be convinced that then he will definitely need to send some people up towards the UK, because he can't just let me land there. And hypnosis is out of the way. He chose to discard that for whatever reason, even though he could have discarded a sense of surprising return. I have no idea why he did that. I'll have to ask him about that. It's fine. It's fine. Fine. Awkward having too many good events, isn't it? All right. I'll be taking a massive risk if I go another sea space. But if I make the move quickly, he will likely think he might not have enough information to go for it. So, what must I do? Do I take the risk? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14. So it'll be either North Atlantic, in which case I'm up here or on island, or I'm in the east, east being more probable. If I move one more sea, however, then the UK will seem more likely. But if he has Money Trail, then I am in immense trouble. It's a high risk, high reward path. Since there's feed that's gonna slide off next, I think, yeah, we'll do Wolfhorn Shore. But this may seem strange, but I think this is genuinely correct. Because he will, if he has the second surprising return, he will now almost certainly use it to try to check where I am. And then, let me see, what do I want to put down? I'm not under any immediate threat, so we'll go with a Reckless Vampire. Yeah, I know that hypnosis is not a threat, but so I could do another Dark Hall and draw another Dracula event. Okay, RV. Now the good news for me is that I still have Adriatic Sea open to me if I need to bail on this or he catches on too soon. Hopefully, though, okay. Oh, he does have Money Trail, so fortunately for me, I didn't risk going a fourth sea space. I mean, it would have been something of a waste. I will soon start scoring Fury of Dracula points. So he knows I wolf on the shore. Most like he will assume to Sophia. Okay. So yeah, Stuff knew that I could go back east. Otherwise, he would have surged back to the west and northern coasts. Okay, Mina horses. Yeah, hopefully this will mean that that they CG and in hopes to catch force me to them. Only to discover that it is that I didn't actually wolf form. Although if he has full power CG, and he starts with Sophia, then... Okay, I may have made a deadly mistake here. Let's hope not. Because that will make you take 5 from Dracula Air, and I have to go back out to sea. Yeah, in fact, in the event that that's the case, then... Vampire Lair. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, I should have done a real wolf form. Or at the very least, done so to Valona. And I still have my lairs in this area. Yeah, this is definitely looking as if it's... So, Mina horsed so she can charge carriage if she so desires. And that will take her... But that would... the problem is to use that to a full effect would take her right into the Saboteur. So... that will be entertaining. If he does that. What I've done here is very daring, to be sure. So I shall actually get 4 land moves in. So now he's going to... He may actually put the permanent token up at Bucharest. Because he'll want to cut me off and then stop me from going to sea. Okay, now hopefully Mina is the one that's holding the CG. Because she discarded... Okay. Yes, she's holding the CG, so now she can't play it this turn. Whew! That is quite a relief. I suspected that was her last event, considering that you discarded hypnosis. I suspect that was her last event, considering that you discarded hypnosis. So, how do I want to approach this? Do I simply attack Seward? Eine. Slide. I could Dark Call, but that would be very daring, as that would put me within heroic leap range. So my options are either to feed. Logical options are either to feed or step on Seward. This will feed at least won't raise alarm bells that I'm at Athens. So, and this will mean that I have enough HP to go out to sea, get the error, go out to sea, and then possibly go back to CAG for 6 of the points I need. Yeah, I think. Yeah, painful of this CG Dracula error will be. I think that this is the correct line of play, given the circumstances. So. Yeah, because since it was just about to go into week 4, this is also a very good time to feed. So, he's spent 1 renewed vigor. He's sent both speed telegraphs. So that is no longer a concern. So hopefully Seward moves off Valona, because he knows that he has to start doing stuff. That if I can live long enough on land, then I've got up this. I may get CG'd out to sea, taking 5 damage in the process. Taking, 7 damage in the process. But then at 7, 8, I land on CAG. I hide on CAG. That'll get me up to 7 influence. We still haven't seen any excellent weather cards, which definitely worries me. It's possible also that he will send Seward to Bucharest to get ahead of me, and that he won't play the CG yet. He will definitely. He almost certainly will play CG. Because he now knows that I am in a position where he can bot me right back out to sea. I see. Okay, if he does not play CG, I think, considering his action, I think that he doesn't want to CG me. He wants me to instead have to walk into him. In which case, I'll just stay here at Athens. If that ends up being the case, I'll hide Dark Hall, potentially. Based off of what happens. I'll definitely hide first. That'll give me the opportunity to lay down some fog to protect myself in the event he chooses to pounce. It'll be a forewarned guessing game. I know that Mina had one, so I know that the hunters have at least one. So, but I now know that Mina is safe to ambush with fog. So, I can limit it to a 2v1 at the very least, if nothing else. Okay, so he is going to... I think that what he's going to do is... while he's going to put tokens in here, he's going to let me stay on land, so that I have to walk into him and have no choice but to do so. I think that's what he is going to do. Okay, so he's still playing around the Salonica development. But now he will be a little bit surprised. Okay, so he doesn't even have the third heavenly host. Okay, this at least gets me some points. The fact that he moved there... I have 10 HP to navigate this with RV. The question is... well, I suppose the ideal thing for me to do is land Fangs. There's no Aggie, so I can heal. So now I have 12 HP with which to navigate this. And every bit of HP counts. I suspected that was the case. It was rather obvious moving to Venice. And now he simply makes me discard the Drac event. Now Seward comes in and supplies. Now I have survived 3v1s before. I would likely have to fang a heavenly host early in the fight to have a... oh, behind the veil? Okay, well there goes my fog. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Ah. Ack. Aggie. Aggie now. Now? Come on. Ouch. Well, at least I got some healing from the Dawn fight before she came. Okay. Well. Okay, at least there's no Lucy's Revenge. That's worth something. So, this is definitely very... This is very nasty. I'm expecting that Mina will have started with... I'm expecting Mina will have started with a knife. And if she hasn't, and, well, she's... Okay. Good. Got her mesmerized. Now he has to worry about me fanging her. Okay. He went with knife. So take 3 from that. Ouch. Okay. I hope there's no holy bullets, but good. No. Okay. So they have only 2 heavenly hosts. Let's remember. This is definitely not an ideal hand for dealing with this. Mina almost certainly has a knife as her 3rd item, so therefore will strength what I assume will be her knife. This is likely going to be GG, but because the others... I don't know whether Van Helsing has a heavenly host, and therefore there's only 1 in this battle. I mean, Snuff hasn't said it had GG yet. It's possible that he went with punches. Oh, dodge. Okay, that's interesting. It's... I suppose... Let me see. What is... Glowing must have some random thing for his 3rd item. So Mina will have to be very careful. Now that, since I destroyed her knife, she'll have to be careful about replaying a rifle. The largest amount of damage on the table is coming from him, and I think I can survive that. Yeah, Mina may, and the thing is that Mina may have dodged. GG, well played. Awkward. Can't combat that bad hand. Oh, not yet. That's apparently. Not yet, apparently. Seriously? No. Seriously? No fangs? So, Hugh will probably feel obliged to limit IDS by doing that. But... well... if Aggie hadn't popped up, and we were 1 week sooner, then I would be able to escape his bat, but that is not the case. Yeah, this is GG. Didn't get it. It didn't draw on a single fangs. Didn't draw a single fangs. Didn't draw a single fangs. Annoying. For sure. Annoying for sure. But, well, that's 9 IDS win for Snuff. Oh well. Let's hope that my partner MG, who will be facing Snuff's partner Andrazat tomorrow, will be able to win that back. Not it. Lol. GG, well played. Put those in chat. And well, it would have been a tough fight anyway. Yeah, best case scenario for me is I will. Let's. Alright. Well, so I'm going to chat with Snuff for a bit. But yeah, we shall have to. Hey, Snuff. GG, well played.
Sorry about that. I didn't, for some reason Discord didn't play the sound, like the ring. I didn't realize you had hit the call button already.
Whatever. Fun game. One thing that I was really curious about was I assume Mina was holding CG when you discarded Hypnosis. That was a real shocker to me especially since you had a surprising return in hand. Why didn't you discard that? That was
because I thought about it long and hard, and I thought the value of revealing you in CAG was in that particular situation, because I thought you were about to move there, and if you didn't move there, it would be really annoying for me to not know that. I thought it was worth more to guarantee that I knew you were not in CAG or you were in CAG than to hold on to Hypnosis.
I see.
And I think that ended up being correct.
I mean, since you had Money Trail. I mean, did you already have Money Trail at the end?
Yeah, I had that early.
Okay. In that case, I suppose I can see it, but I will say that was definitely very risky because if I had gone to see, because if you had I gone to like else had I not gone to CAG and land for instance land at Genoa, Rome or something, you likely would have used Money Trail, and then I likely would have gone to see again at some point, and then you wouldn't have had Hypnosis to locate me after that. So I will say that was definitely risky.
I think if you had gone to Rome or something, right, I'd use it, and I think I would catch you. Because I had the second RV I drew late, but I had the one RV early. I had CG. If I found that you were in Rome, like, I could have played the CG then and blocked off Bari, for instance.
Yes.
And I could block off Bari, Naples, Rome, force you to Florence, right? And then I could get you there.
Well, keep in mind that I did have a devilish power, so.
True, I didn't know that. But that was my thinking, you know.
Yeah.
And it took me forever to decide that, right? You saw me. I was one or two where I had to discard something good, and I was dwelling on it for a while, and I eventually said, "Yeah, I'll get rid of that."
Yeah. That was definitely a very bold choice. I mean, obviously I played somewhat strangely, doing a fake wolf form to Athens. That's obviously bought me the time I needed to feed. In retrospect.
Yes. Yeah, I think that
It's still a bit of a mistake, but
yeah, I was. It's interesting that you didn't put
I was planning to hide next, and put fog down then,
Makes sense.
but then you yoinked it with behind the veil. Not that that would have mattered. Had I survived that combat with enough health, I would have gone to Adriatic, force you to guess which direction I'm going to land, and so on.
I think that I was most worried about you being in Sophia, and then when I found you weren't there, I was like, okay. Now my only fear is that what if you dark call and then you draw something that can ruin my trap? So I decided to play the way I did just to prevent you from hiding, or I wasn't actually thinking of hiding really. I was thinking of dark calling, mainly to prevent you from dark calling and drawing like another through swiftness or something. Um,
Yeah, that definitely would have been nice, to be sure.
um,
I would.
about like trapping you where you were and like CG hoteling it or CG nuking it, mini nuke, like make you take the 5 and then going back to C. But I thought that wouldn't be as
Yeah, that likely would have given me the game, because since you had already committed so far into the east, I simply would have just gone back. I would have just gone back to CAG, hide, get 6 points through that. Then I only have to wolf form ashore someplace, and you have to find me that specific day, even with the vampire lair.
yeah.
So
Yeah, you're right.
I think that was the correct play. What do you think of my use of Devil's Power to clear Rufus out of my way?
You know, in hindsight, it probably. I mean, I don't really know off the top of my head because at the time I was like, oh, okay, you did that, and it's really a math question, right? It's about how much health you're gonna have left after you land. So
Yeah, I was genuinely considering going into Adriatic or the Adriatic or Black Sea to make you think I was going to the UK more seriously, because why would I do that? I don't know whether you would have done the Melody Trail then, though. After the 4th sea move.
Oh, I would have, for sure. Because even if there was a way that you could have a 5th sea move, like if you went to English Channel and you were going to north, you know.
Now you know that.
Now I knew that I could start moving in that direction, and I think I'd be in a good spot. Plus, I needed, the time was running out, so I needed to move. I definitely would have used money travel for the 4th sea move.
Yeah, I did.
I still think you should have done it, because it was easier to move to where you were. Like I didn't have to guess where you went to.
Had I done that,
You know,
no. Had I done that, that would have been a bad mistake, because you simply would have done CG nuke to a CG thing to block off harbors, and then either make me take 5 and then another 1, and at the time, since I hadn't fed yet, I was only at 7, so I would have taken a 6 damage by going back to Ionian. So I would have been forced to land either at Salonika or Athens, or alternatively, you could have left one harbor open, probably Venice, given the position of your
you're right.
hunters.
You're right.
So therefore, that would have been even worse.
You're right. It would have been better if you had gone like towards Britannia, but after you had made the move to Turanian, you're right. It would have been worse.
Yeah.
Don't take your improvement.
Yeah. So overall, 9 IDS for you, since I survived till week 4.
Yes. So you are currently the most effective player to come up against me in this tournament. So now I'm suddenly good. I'm not going 0-7. I'm going 3-0, which is exciting for me. So
Yeah. We'll see how Andrzej fares versus Mr. Green. Obviously,
fingers
well,
crossed. I'm right.
yes, much the same for me, except the opposite.
Naturally.
But
Fine.
yeah, it'll be, which, by the way, folks, that will be happening same time as this game, which is 5:30 Eastern Time, 9:30 UTC, 9:30 p.m. UTC, or 21:30 UTC, to whichever way you do it. And then tomorrow is when that's happening. And after that, I personally hope that MG manages a better score than Snuff did, so that we can gain IDS, gain ground. But it's the wins that matter most. But so long as MG gets a win, I will at least be content. So long. But one way or another, thanks for watching, folks, and see you next time. Thanks for watching.